Hey everyone, thanks for coming today, joining me. Today we're going to talk about your body. Your body isn't just a body. Your body is a nanobiological machine operating in a signal-based reality. What the heck does that mean? Let's break it down. And it's time for you to learn how to drive it. My kids are excited. I'm excited because we're all learning this together. So let's start with the truth that no one really told you in school. You're not just made of atoms. You're powered by machines smaller than atoms. Every second, your body is running trillions of microscopic programs executed by what scientists call molecular machines. These are real, observable structures inside your cells that generate motions, copy your genetic codes, manufacture proteins, and produce energy via ATP synthesis and turbine-like motors that spin to power you like a biological battery charger. It's freaking amazing. These nanomachines operate in air at room temperature with atomic precision, something modern engineers are still trying to replicate in artificial systems. So when you say you're a nanobiological machine, we don't mean it metaphorically. We mean your body is programmed via DNA, self-repairing via cellular signaling and apoptosis, energy efficient, more efficient than any man-made engine, adaptive, constantly rewiring itself based on experience, and conscious, with the ability to observe, redirect, and even reprogram itself. It's like your entire being is a living quantum computer organic hologram hybrid, running advanced software built over millions of years of evolution. And the crazy part, you don't need external technology to access this. You are the technology. So let's zoom in on one example, DNA. DNA is more than just your genetic code. It's a molecular instruction set, an operating system written in 4 chemical letters, A, T, G, and C. But here's the mind bender. Those letters fold, loop, configure themselves in 3D space to either activate or silence genes, which means your environment, your emotions, even thoughts, all can influence how your code is expressed. You're literally co-writing the software of your machine in real time. This is where nanotechnology meets bioreality. This is why the fields like nanotechnology, nanobiotechnology, and synthetic biology exist today, to study how our body's nanoscale tools operate, and to mimic them with new materials, nanobots, or even molecular computers. But nature's version still outperforms anything we've built. The most advanced piece of nanotechnology in existence, as we know of, is you and me. Now let's bring in an even deeper understanding. Your heart emits the strongest electromagnetic field of any organ, detectable up to several feet away, influencing brain waves and regulating coherence. Your gut contains over 100 million neurons, earning it the name, the second brain. And it constantly processes chemical and emotional information, impacting mood and intuition. Your skin is the largest organ and a dynamic sensor that transmits thermal, pressure, and emotional data in real time. These aren't just poetic metaphors. They're system-level diagnostics and communication hubs. The ancients knew this too. In Chinese medicine, energy meridians are literal signal pathways. In Ayurveda, the chakras correspond to endocrine and neural centers. Indigenous cultures around the world describe spiritual states as vibrational frequencies. In the modern language of neuroscience and nanotechnology, your biology is tuned to the unseen. For instance, your eyes are cameras, and there's a lens behind them. Dr. Donald Hoffman said it best. What you see isn't reality, it's your headset, a user interface. And let's break that down. Each of your eyes contains over 100 million photoreceptors, rods and cones, which act like megapixel camera sensors. These photoreceptors count quanta, little packets of light, converting them into digital-like impulses, filtering them into categories of color, brightness, and movement. a lot like a CPU converts analog inputs into binary code. But the magic doesn't stop at the surface of your eyes. Behind them is a layer of brain tissue, the retina, that performs pre-processing. It compresses and encodes this raw data into a structured neural signal. That signal is then passed along the optic nerve into your visual cortex, where your brain reconstructs what you see. But here's the kicker. What you see isn't raw data. It's a rendering, a translation of patterns into a perceptual interface. You don't see reality. You see a useful version of it. And this selectivity exists across your entire nanobio machine. Touch. Your skin translates vibration into pressure signals. Taste. Your tongue decodes molecules into recognizable flavors. Sound. Your eardrums convert air vibrations into neural signals. Smell. Olfactory receptors interpret chemical signals and signatures. Emotion. Neurotransmitters bind to receptors and trigger physiological response cascades. Everything you experience is a process simulation, a carefully curated stream of signals interpreted by your biology. It's not the raw feed of reality. It's the user interface your system was designed to decode. Your nanobio machine simplifies the infinite complexity of the external world into one digestible model, really just optimized for one thing: your survival. Not to show you the truth, but to show you just enough to stay alive. And it does this with the brilliance most tech can imagine. High-resolution sensors. Your eyes detect photons, your ears measure air pressure changes, and your skin maps touch down to microns. Adaptive processors. Your brain reroutes around damage, adapts to new information, and rewires itself based on repeated inputs. Biological filters. Your sensors filter out over 99% of available data, not to hide the truth, but to protect focus. Evolutionary safety mechanisms, fear, habit, and conformity are built-in heuristics to keep the organism from risk, even at the cost of expansion. So what you call reality isn't a window into what's actually out there. It's a curated feed of what's relevant, filtered through your biology, your beliefs, and conditioning. It's not just a body, it's a tuning system, a biological radio scanning only the frequencies you've been taught to expect. And here's the glitch in the simulation. The signal isn't gone, it's just outside your filters. Once you realize your senses are filters, not windows, you stop asking, "What's wrong with me?" and start asking better questions like, "What else have I trained myself not to see?" So, how your signal gets hacked. We've established that your nanobio machine is programmable, but that also means it's hackable. Every time you repeat a thought, emotion, or behavior, you're reinforcing neural pathways. This is called neuroplasticity. We've discussed this in other episodes, and it's a huge part of our life. That's great when you're consciously designing your life, but dangerous when someone else is feeding you the code. Because if you're not the one programming your machine, someone else is. That's where media, advertising, peer pressure, and conformity come in. Drugs, alcohol, huge problem. They bombard your system with external signals designed to bypass your awareness. Scrolling social media hijacks your dopamine reward loop. Alcohol and other drug substances dull your signal and disconnects your systems. News cycles keeps you in a survival mode, flooding your body with cortisol. Cultural myths program obedience and conformity into your firmware. Even your inner critic, "I'm not good enough," might just be a corrupt script left by trauma, shame, or programming. But here's the truth again. You can rewrite this code. You're not broken, you're not behind, and you're not missing anything. You're just learning how to drive the most advanced biological system in the known universe. A self-aware nanobio machine powered by quantum intelligence, programmed by experience, and tuned by choice. Choice. No one gave you a manual, but guess what? You're writing it now. You're not here to fit in the mold. You're here to break the code. Because when you tune in to your biology, to your intuition, to your actual frequency, you don't just heal, you activate. You become the glitch in the matrix, the awakening in the simulation, and the light in the noise. And you'll start to feel it in your brain, in your breath, and in your heart. The truth is, you've always been the signal. You've always been the signal. So don't just follow the system. Learn how to tune your system. Because when you do, you control you. The power's always been yours. Thanks again for joining. Have a fantastic day. Like, comment, subscribe, tell a friend. Power on. Peace.